Hello everybody and welcome back to the last instalment of Everyday October 2024 edition. What a month. What a month. It has been 31 new videos this month. I am both so happy to be at the end of Everyday October, so happy to have my evenings back to myself, so glad that I can now go to sleep at a usual normal hour, wake at a usual normal hour. I am so happy to have made it to the end of Everyday October. This year, more than any other year, this is the third time that I have done Everyday October. This year, more than any other year, the pressure, and it was completely self-inflicted pressure, but the pressure of posting every single day really got to me this year. I can safely say that like 5 days in, I was struggling mentally, and now that it is the end, and now that like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know, I've only got to spend a couple more evenings editing and getting all of these videos that I filmed today, getting those up. But we've made it, and I'm so happy, and thank you so much for joining me for all of these videos. And if you have, you know, left any sort of comments under any of my videos this month, or messaged me on Instagram or whatever to show your support for me, my channel and my videos, I just want to say a huge thank you. Like, you have got me through this month. This month has been so much hard work. I've loved it. I've really enjoyed it, but it's just like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I don't know how people post every single day. There's a few girlies that I follow on here who post every single day. I don't know how you do it. I'm looking forward to November being a little bit more chilled, 3 videos a week, probably a little bit more than that because there are still a lot of videos that I want to do, but we're dialing it down a little bit for November and then dialing it right back up again. I'm posting every single day in December to the run up to Christmas, which I feel like is a little bit more palatable because I will only be doing like the 1st to the 24th. I probably won't be posting on Christmas Day. So you've got all of that to come. You've got all of those videos to look forward to as well. I've already got a lot planned. I have a list on my phone of videos that I want to do in November and December, but of course, if there is anything that you want to see, let me know and I will be doing that. I'll be doing gift guides, I'll be doing it all. I'll be doing like Black Friday recommendations, all stuff like that. That will be coming up in the following month. I won't be posting tomorrow. I usually post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I won't be posting tomorrow. I will be giving myself a little rest. I'll be back on Monday with, what will I be posting on Monday? I don't know. I think maybe the new Made by Mitchell things, if they will have come in by then. I don't know. I will be back on Monday though. So let's go back to the start of October. Seems like a whole lifetime ago. Oh, and I will say, this is going to be a very long video. This is going to be a very long video. I've got a lot of products that I want to talk about here. Obviously, there's been 31 videos. I've tested a lot of products this month, so I've got a lot that I want to like recap on. Get yourself a drink. Get yourself a snack. I have got cherry cordial. I finished my full fat Coke long ago. The sun has gone down, if you can't tell. It is the middle of the night. And let's, like I say, cast our mind back to the start of October. One of the first videos that went up, I was testing Technic, the new Technic Gothica range, and there's 2 products that I wanted to like highlight again. The Gothica Dark Side eyeshadow palette. I have used this a number of times. I think I'm going to give myself until the end of the year. I was gifted these products. I'm going to give myself until the end of the year to try and hit pan on the silver in this eyeshadow palette, and then I think I'm just going to declutter it. There's nothing exceptional about any of these shades apart from that silver shimmery foily shade in the middle, which is beautiful, but I don't need the rest of them. So I think I'm going to try and hit pan or try and like complete that shade, which will be easy enough to do because like party season. But, I mean, party season. I will not be leaving my house, but I'm going to try and like get some more use out of that one, and then I will probably declutter it. I also wanted to mention the blush, which is the Gothica Dark Side Colour Changing Gel Blush. This is one of those that looks black and you apply it and it's meant to react and give you your own unique shade. It's not going to give you your own unique shade, but I do really like the colour that this goes. I think that this is a really beautiful cream blush option. I'm going to have to let the cat in one moment. Now I hope that she's going to behave herself a little bit more than she did the last time she was in my videos. Are you going to behave yourself? Absolutely not. Okay, so what was I saying? The Technic blush. Really beautiful cream blush option. If you're looking for that sort of gimmicky, colour changing, looks black but applies like a berry red toned blush, I think that that's a really, really nice one. Don't recommend it necessarily over, you know, the plethora of other cream blushes that I have in my collection, but I do think that's a nice one. But also I have a cream blush coming up in a few videos time that I think is potentially better than that one. None of those products were really standout products for me from that video, which is a shame. Technic is one of my favourite brands. I really, really love them, but I don't know, that range just felt a bit like a flop to me. So the next video that went up was Beauty Bay Celestial Charms. I don't know why I had to look, of course I know what it is. Celestial Charms in the Mini Charms palette. I'm going to need you to not do that. As I suspected, the cat was not behaving herself, so she's gone. She was in here for less than a minute. The Beauty Bay palettes. I think if you have a deeper skin tone and you like dark makeup, if you like dark smoky makeup, you will absolutely love this. I like dark makeup, but I feel like this is very, very dark. There's no real transition tones. There's like 2 at a push transition tones that will work for me. There's like 2, 3 shimmers that will work for my skin tone. I love the direction that this is going in. I feel like it's missing the mark quite a bit. I love it. I love so much about this palette. Truly, truly I do. It sounds like I'm being really negative. I love so much about this palette. I love the deep, rich tones, but it's difficult for me to use this in any sort of everyday capacity because of the colour choices that are in it. Of course, the quality is what we expect from Beauty Bay. It's a fantastic quality. The shimmers are beautiful. The mattes are very, very pigmented. But the colour story, I feel, is limiting. And that's coming from somebody who loves these jewel tones. But I just feel like... What I feel like... I'm going all around the houses. What I feel like is this colour story was created on paper and then nobody tried to create a look with it. That's the vibe that I'm getting from it. So yeah, it looks beautiful. It is beautiful. But to actually create a look just out of this palette is quite difficult to do. There's only a few different ways that you can go because of the transition tones that are in it. There's lots of different deep tones that you can use, but it's not sort of a cohesive, actually usable colour story, in my opinion. The Mini Charms palette, I've already lost the little name sheet thing for this. Now, will I have put this somewhere safe? Who's to say? I thought it was in there. But the Mini Charms palette, I think that this is really, really lovely. If you are in the market to add some shimmers, some special shades into your collection, I think that this is a great addition to a lot of different people's makeup collections, especially at this time of year, coming up to party season, coming up to Christmas, all of those good things, and you maybe want to add in something that will add a little bit of sparkle. This is beautiful. Beautiful. I just feel like the larger palette misses the mark a little bit, which is a shame because I love the colour story, I love the vibe, it just misses the mark. Little bit, just a little bit. So the next video that went up was the MUA, new bits from MUA. Again, I was kindly gifted these products, and that's like the end of the gifted products, I do believe. I just shoved it all at the beginning of the month, starting with probably one of my favourite finds from the whole month, the MUA Pro Base Banana Brightening Primer. If you like the smell of foamy bananas and you want a nice hydrating, not grippy, just a nice hydrating primer, I highly recommend you get yourself this. It smells so good. It smells so good and actually leaves my skin feeling really nice and hydrated. This time of year, I need all the hydration I can get, and this is really lovely. I've really been enjoying it. I've also really been enjoying the setting spray, which is the Pro Base Glow Dewy Makeup, Dewy Makeup Fixing Spray. It's written on the side, so of course that's enough to just absolutely scramble my brain. Again, really beautiful. It's a very light mist. It's a really nice mist. Smells like a spa. It's not a very overpowering scent. I've really been enjoying this one too. I have two sections in my brain when it comes to a setting spray. Ones that I use on my face and ones that I will use on a sponge. And this is a face spray. I really like it. It adds a nice glow. I don't necessarily know if it will elongate the wear of your makeup because I've only ever worn that for days when I'm like sat filming, I'm not doing anything strenuous. I don't think I've used that one. I mean, I can't think off the top of my head if I've used that one for like a day at work, but the way that that makes my makeup look and the way that that makes my makeup sort of feel on my face, it does add like a nice layer of hydration. You don't need very much of it though. You've been warned. The blush that I was sent in that video was the new Liquid Shimmer blush in Amber Sunset. It's a glowy orange blush. So I love it. Plain and simple. I absolutely love this blush. It is, I mean, it says that you can use it on the lips as well. I don't love it on the lips. I love it on the cheeks. You don't need very much of it. It is quite pigmented. You only need quite a small amount, but the way that it looks on the cheeks, so lovely and glowy. Again, at this time of year when my skin is incredibly dry, I want a glowy blush. I want a glowy blush, so this is beautiful. I don't know why I'm going like that as if it's the one that I'm wearing today. It's not the one that I'm wearing today. I will come on to that in a minute, but I've really been enjoying that. I love this formula anyway. I love that they are bringing out shimmery versions now. And an orange version as well. Like, say less. I absolutely love it. I also have not stopped using these basically all month long. The Control Freak eyeliners in the black and the brown. I love both. The black is well, first, both of them are incredibly long lasting. They apply really smoothly. They are a brush tip, which of course is my preference. I love a brush tip eyeliner. I just find it so much more fluid and easier to use a brush rather than a felt tip. This is a really great, very affordable option. The black is incredibly black. Both last so well. Like no smudging, no like transferring, anything like that. It doesn't flake off. It's a very liquidy formula, so they apply incredibly smoothly. You don't have to keep like going over the same area to get more pigment on. And the brown is a really lovely, warm, rich brown. I definitely feel like I'm leaning more into my brown liquid liner options. and that's a really, really lovely one. They're a matte finish, so it does sort of separate it from a few of my other favourites in my collection. This and the primer are the products that I highly recommend to everybody. These are lovely. And I would have bought those with my own money and said exactly the same things about them, but anyway, very kindly sent those to me. So that's that on that. Then the next video that went up, let me scroll up on my phone so that I know where I am. Yes, I was swatching the Mini Charms palette. Again, I've already spoken about that, but I wanted to talk about these two. The Beauty Bay gloss that came in that Christmas collection. This is the Cosmic Pearl one. I have used this so much. I do I'll like apply a lip liner. In fact, I've only got a lip liner on today, so I can put a little bit on now. I apply the lip liner and then I take the product off on my finger so that I don't get too much lip liner on the little applicator. It's a lovely thick feeling gloss that feels like it's actually hydrating. It's got the tiniest little, I don't want to say shimmer because then you'll think glitter, but it is sort of reflective in like an iridescent-y sort of a way. It's beautiful and I just love the way that it feels. Again, this time of year, need all the hydration, love a gloss just over a lip liner like this, and I've really been enjoying that one. It came in a set with a plumping one. Haven't used that because I'm just not a plumping lip gloss kind of gal. I would take just a plain gloss over a plumping one any day, but I've really been enjoying that, and I love the little shifty, something a little bit different in it. Is really pretty. Then this is the blush that I'm wearing today, so I can talk about this one. It's the Revolution Jelly Blush Lip and Cheek Stain. I don't love it on the lips. I love this on the cheeks though. This is the one that's meant to be a dupe for the Milk one that like people have been taking bites out of. This isn't as like jelly-y as that. It is almost just like a semi-clear stick. It does just feel like a regular blush stick to me. I really love this colour. I take it on a brush and apply it that way. I don't like draw it onto my skin. I just find that it applies better that way and sort of spreads out better that way. I am definitely interested in the orange option from this. I think that this is a really great cream blush stick option. I've only tried this shade. The other ones could potentially be completely different. This is the deepest shade, and obviously I am not the deepest human, so make of that what you will. But I think that this is a really beautiful, I mean, this is in the shade Cherry. It does almost have like a cherry red quality to it, and I think that it is beautiful. But yeah, I don't really like it on the lips. The way that it like grabs onto dryness on my lips, and obviously it's like a huge like applicator thing, so you can't make it precise. There's just no way that you possibly could make it precise. I don't love it on the lips, but on the cheeks it is beautiful. Then next up we have got Primark. Did a full testing Primark makeup video, and again I'm just shuffling my chair forward, don't mind me. Again, a lot of these products were fine. A lot of them I've put back in my drawers, but I haven't reached for again. Obviously this month there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of new products like coming in, so I haven't had a chance to try everything again, but I have thoughts on this that I wanted to update you on. This is the PS My Perfect Colour Dewy Skin Tint. I did a video a couple of days back where I was doing like giving this new makeup a second chance, and I tried this one again and I still don't love it, so I am going to be decluttering this one. It just really emphasises texture on my face. It doesn't feel hydrated. It looks intensely glowy, but more in like it's got a lot of like mica powder in it rather than it's got any sort of juicy hydration qualities to it. I mean, the fifth ingredient is mica, so that might have something to do with it. I just don't love it. I don't love the way that it looks on my skin. The colour is right off. It's just nowhere near. I don't like the way that it looks. I don't like the way that it sits. I don't like the way that my texture, like my pores and everything, look with this on my, like, down the centre of my face. It's not cute. Not a fan at all. I did also just want to mention this one because I've got this on today and this powder is lovely. It's the PS Translucent Baking Powder. Now, I don't bake with it. I do just take this on a brush and like apply it quite lightly, but I feel like it is set like down the centre of my face really nicely. This is only the second time that I've used it though, so take what you will from that, but I think the way that it has like set down the centre over a foundation that I like, it's turned out really, really nice, and it's a convenient little powder. It's got a mirror in it and it also looks really pretty, which I know shouldn't matter, but it does matter to me. And then the last one that I wanted to mention from that Primark video was the PS Glossy Lip Spritz. And this had a shade name and I can't remember what it was, and it also doesn't say on it. It's the pink one. Now, I can't twist it up because then you can't twist it back down again, but it is, I mean, that looks like very, very pink, but it is more just like a wash of, I've got stains on the back of my hand from this whole look. It is like a wash of pink. It's not like an intense amount of pink colour. It doesn't look comical. Like it does like sheer out and blend down a little bit. I've got lip gloss all over me now. But again, for a very, very affordable lip gloss, like tinted lip gloss option that has that little bit of colour, but again feels really, really nice and hydrating, I think that that one is lovely. Then next up, we had a full face of makeup that was a complete flop. So many products in this next video were awful, and again I tried these again in that video that you will have seen a couple of days ago where I was giving makeup a second chance, and a lot of the products I gave the second chance and that was the last chance that they're going to have. Firstly, these from e.l.f., the Fine as Fleck glitter eyeshadows. These are nothing. Like, if you want an eyeshadow that you'll apply and you can't see anything, but you want to pay £6 for the privilege of doing it, then yeah, you'll like these. They don't show up. They don't do anything. For £6, you could get something so much better from a different brand. Like, for £6, you could get one of these, or for £4 more, you could get all of these from Beauty Bay. And these are so much better. Like, the e.l.f. ones are just, like, literally nothing at all. They don't show up, they don't look glittery, they don't add anything. I actually thought when I posted that video that I was gonna get a lot of hate for saying that I didn't like them and saying that they didn't show up, but a lot of you agree, so I'm not alone on that one, thankfully. And then let's just get the flops out of the way. The Sleek Slick Lips Oil Infused Lip Pigment. Such a tongue twister. This is in the shade Merlot. Like, look, it should be lovely. Look at that colour. It should be beautiful. I have tried to use this again and I don't know why I bothered. It's awful. It feels like a dried up, almost like a lip mousse, sort of a very dry, thick texture. The colour went on so incredibly patchy. Like, the colour is beautiful, but it went on so patchy. Didn't feel hydrating. Each time I tried it, I had to basically immediately take it off because it made me feel poorly having it on my lips. Like, it's just so drying for a product that is oil infused, so it should be nice and hydrating. I cannot get on board. And that was another product that I was very, very excited to try and just flopped massively. Then let's go on to some products that I actually enjoyed in that video. The Barry M Fresh Face Fixation Setting Spray, cherry scented. This is so lovely. It's so good. If you put that primer on and then this, you'd smell like an actual bag of Haribo. The spray is a lot more aggressive on this one. You need less of it. Like full stretch arm. But again, I feel like it adds a really nice level of glow to the skin. From very, very far away, it does sort of spray very nicely, but you don't need a lot of it. Again, same as the MUA one. You really do only need a few spritzes. The smell doesn't linger, which is a good thing. The smell does like dissipate, which is good because I can't handle anything that is very, very highly scented, but that one is lovely. And then the last products that I wanted to mention from that video are the 17 Sculpt and Define Contour Wand, which I have in the shade medium, and the Glow Bright Blush Wand in 02 Blushing Petal. Both of these are lovely. If you are in the market for a liquid, and this says contour, but I definitely think that it's more of a bronzery shade. It just doesn't have any of that like cool undertone that you would be looking for from a contour to add that shadow. It doesn't have that. It is very much a bronzer shade. If you are looking for a liquid bronzer in this sort of squeezy packaging sort of a thing, this, would I say that this is my favourite one? I'd definitely say it was up there. It's really, really lovely. I don't know how the light shade would go. Just as a warning, it looked very, very light when I swatched it in store, so I decided to go for the medium, and this is a skin tone that I live in, so I don't know if the others would work, but medium is lovely. And sort of the same thing for the blush wand. I did also get the, was it like Pink Bonbon, something like that, the lighter one, and then I saw it before, Soph had reviewed it and said that the Pink Bonbon shade just blended out into nothing, but Blushing Petal, again, is lovely. I do have the lighter shade in the blush to try at some point in the future, but this is really, really lovely. I've been using this quite a bit this month. It's really, really lovely. Again, adds a nice glow. I love a glowy blush. If you don't love a glowy blush, these aren't for you. If you're like me and you want to be seen from outer space with the amount of glow that you've got on your cheeks, this is a really, really lovely one. Then, I lied earlier. This is another gifted product. The MUA Kaleidoscopic Eyeshadow Palette. If you are in the market for a rainbow eyeshadow palette that you're not going to use all the time, so you don't want to spend a lot of money on it, this one is lovely. These colours are beautiful. The shimmers are not a lot. MUA do have a really, really good shimmer formula normally, but these ones I felt were a little bit lackluster. The mattes are fantastic. The mattes are beautiful. So easy to blend, very, very pigmented. They applied very, very nicely, but also like they blended out beautifully as well. They were like sort of the right amount of pigment. If you're not wanting to spend a lot of money and have a lot of colourful options, this is a really, really great one. I think this is like £6. I'm not sure. Again, I did try to go to Superdrug and find this. They just didn't have it in mine, so I was going to buy it with my own money. But then, anyway, very kindly sent it to me. At this point, I will mention if you are wanting to win a bundle of goodies from little old me, I have collected up a few of my favourite products from a load of different brands and I've put them together in a bundle. If you would like to win that bundle, make sure you are subscribed, like this video and leave a comment down below and you will be entered. Make sure that you put your Instagram handle in the comments so that I can contact you, but that is all you have to do. I will not ask you to pay anything. I will not ask you to send me any money. I will not ask you to pay postage. I will just send it to you. This is for UK people only because it's quite a big box that I've got together. Quite a lot of products that I think you're going to love, and if you want to win that bundle, just leave a comment down below. You will all be entered and I look forward to reading all of your comments. Just make sure you put your Instagram handle so that I can contact you, but without the little @ sign. Don't put the @ sign or YouTube will flag it as spam and it won't show me. And I think that's all I had to say. And I will announce the winner on my Instagram stories in 1 week from now. If you want to follow me over there, I am just Millie Davison, the same as I am here. But let's continue with the products. Just a sneaky little giveaway. Don't mention it to anyone. It's only for the people who have actually watched, you know? So, what was next? Made by Mitchell. Made by Mitchell. Absolutely smashing it. These blush pods. I mean, I should probably show you this one first. The orange. The orange. I don't generally use oranges in autumn, but I've been living in this since I tested it. Also, I've been living in this one, which I nearly dropped. Highly seasoned. Look at that colour. So many. I cannot even tell you how many messages I've received on Instagram saying that you've tried these and you love them as well, and saying that you have been recommending the colours that I need to get next. I think I'm going to end up with all of them, apart from possibly the lilac ones, because I'm not going to wear a lilac blush. But again, a glowy baked blush. These colours are juicy. They are so beautiful. So that was Juicy Mango and Highly Seasoned. I did also get another one. It's much too dark for my skin. But these two are beautiful. I'm so glad he's brought these out. I'm just so glad. Another product that I've really been enjoying is the Beam Sugared Lip Gloss in Sugar Candy. I think that this is the one that they are bringing out with the Space Cowboy collection, which as I'm filming this hasn't launched yet. But I'm hoping to get my hands on that, and I think that these lip glosses are what they're launching with that. It's a really, really nice gloss. A really, really nice amount of colour as well. Have I got enough lip gloss on? Never. I'm glad that this was the shade that I received. This is the one that I would have picked. This like light rosy pink colour. Really, really like that. Then 2 products from that video. The eyeshadow palette. This is the Snake Bite 5 pan 5th dimension eyeshadow palette. I wouldn't have picked this one. I got the lip gloss and the next product that I'm going to talk about, I got in a mystery bundle. I didn't pick which products I was going to receive, which I know is the risk that you take with a mystery bundle. This isn't the palette that I would have picked for myself. Again, it's very dark. It's not my colour story. I feel like the 5 pans are better quality than these ones, the little 4 pans that they brought out in the summer, which I've used a grand total of once each of them. But I do feel like the quality is better. I just don't think that this is the colour story for me. But I'm interested to see what else is going to come out in that collection, especially that eyeshadow palette that has all of those shimmers that are like specially, they look like creams potentially. At the time of seeing this, the collection will have launched. I probably will have already reviewed it. It'll be coming soon, but at the time of filming this, there's been like the tiniest of sneak peeks on Instagram and everything, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to that collection. Then I just wanted to mention this, which is the Bare Lip Oil in Chrome Lollipop. When I first tested this, I just applied it straight on. Applied it straight onto my lips and I didn't enjoy it. I tried it again in that Second Chances video and I tapped it over a red, and that is how I'm going to use this. I'm not going to use this on an everyday basis. I'm going to use this at Christmas, not on Christmas Day. I'm not letting this interfere with roast potatoes, but if I'm doing any sort of Christmas looks where I want a red, sparkly, silver, glittery lip, very, very niche, but that is how I'm going to use that. Again, I like applied the liquid lipstick and then tapped this over the top. That is how I'm going to use it. It's not an everyday look. I think there are potentially going to be other shades of these that will be more wearable. For a lot of people, this will be wearable. For a lot of people, you'll look at this and be like, who would wear silver glitter on their lips? And both sides are completely valid. It's not a product that I'm going to use on an everyday basis, but the way that that looked over a red was beautiful. I hope you can ignore that cat. She's not coming back in. Not until I've had an afternoon to tidy my room. Okay, there are so many bags on the floor. Like, it looks tidy to you. I cannot tell you the carnage that is in front of me. Right, and the last video that went up. Blend Bunny and Robert Welsh, the Divination palette. This is the first time I've ever tried a Blend Bunny palette. It's the first Blend Bunny palette that I've tried, my first try with the formula, all of those things. I love this palette. This is the eyeshadow that I'm wearing today. If you saw yesterday's video where I did a palette bingo, this is the look I came up with. I don't love it. I'm going to do a part 2, but tell me that that is not Millie Davison in an eyeshadow palette. I love it. I love it. There's so little, like genuinely so little that I would change about this palette. Oh, Oracle is beautiful. Psychic, like the shimmers are just beautiful. The mattes, the way that it has all of the deeper jewel tones, but you've also got the lighter options to blend and create some sort of look. Somebody actually, was it in a comment or was it a Instagram message? I can't remember, but somebody has asked me to do like a look with each row. I'll try. If it's an hour-long video, would you watch an hour-long video on this palette? I mean, this video is probably going to be an hour long because I'm rambling about things that I love. But if I were to do that and it did end up being like a 45-minute to an hour long video, would you watch it? If I put like chapters in to be like, this is the yellow row, this is the green row, this is the blue row, or would you just rather I do a random selection of eyeshadow palette bingos with it? Like, whatever you want to see, I can do. If you would watch a video where I do a look on each of these rows, I mean, maybe apart from the last one, I don't know, see how I feel. But if you would watch that, I can do it. It's just gonna be a very long video. Let me know what you think. Let me know. But I love this. And actually it went out of stock quite quickly, but they got it back in stock quite quickly as well. So hopefully it'll stay in stock for quite a while for the people who want it after you've watched enough videos on it to like convince you that you need it. I'm the first person to say you don't need anything. If you want it, get it. I'm not the person to come to discourage you from buying makeup. Truly, last person on earth. Treat yourself. You don't need anything. But I looked at this and in my heart I knew that I needed it. Like, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. So that is everything that I tested this month. Again, I just want to say a huge, massive thank you. If I could give you a hug I would. I'm not a hugger. But I just want to say a huge thank you if you have watched 1, if you've watched 10, if you've watched 31 of my videos this month. I just want to say a huge thank you, and it really does mean the world to me that you are here in our little corner of the internet. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget, if you want to enter that giveaway that I mentioned in the middle, you know the steps. You know the steps. They're all there, but thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.